public grumbling over her invisibility increased. She decided to spend more and more time at Osborne, which is their favorite home, and that was really a retreat. But she was deteriorating. Her family worried about her. They'd come out and visit her, and there she was gaining weight, and she sat by the window staring out the window all the time. She didn't do anything, didn't have any interests, just moping and mourning. So I thought, well, I've got to do something. She's going to die of inertia. So somebody said, well, let's bring some of the horse traps down from Balmoral, because she was a good equestrian. She had been anyway. And she'd get some exercise. So they had the head gillie bring down the pony carts and some horses. Well, the head gillie was John Brown. He'd been appointed by Albert. And of course, Victoria knew him. Everybody in the household knew him. So he was in his late 30s. He came down. As the Queen one day, she went to sit by the window, and she looked out and she said, oh, look. Her maid, look over here. That's Brown, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. Oh, Brown, we'll have him come up. So Brown came up. Ah, woman, you look peaked. What's the matter with you? You need exercise, ma'am. Oh, well, Mr. Brown, really? Yes, ma'am. You look terrible. Well, they began taking pony cart rides. And sometimes they'd go out on horseback. She was still young enough. They did this every day, rain or shine, year in and year out for several years. And when they went out in the afternoon around 3:30, he always took a flask of hot tea. Now, Victoria forbade the use of hard spirits in her households. You were not to drink liquor. And she would not allow anybody to smoke indoors. So the gentleman always had to go outside to do the smoking. Of course, Brown smoked like a chimney and drank like a fish, so that the flasks of hot tea were liberally laced with whiskey. And they would come back from these outings, the Queen radiant and glassy-eyed, and Brown staggering around. They had a great time. Yes, indeed. Well, she soon styled him my special personal servant, and he became the conduit through which the world went to get to the Queen. This virtually included all the ministers, all her family, the major servants, not her maids, but the major servants in the house, and of course he was very high-handed. He was not very tolerant with rank. It didn't mean much to him, or it seemed not. He was very brusque, even with the most elevated people. There was an occasion, for instance, when they were at Windsor still. The Prince of Wales had come up for a few days, and he was ready to go back to London. He didn't spend much time with his mother. They didn't get along. And she said to Brown, oh, ask the Prince if he'll stay over to luncheon. Will you, Brown? Go and ask him, please. So Brown stumped down the hall to the Prince's apartment, threw open the door without knocking, and shouted, she wants you to lunch!